All right, so I guess we're back this week with another episode of the Super Friends. We got a couple of people here today. We don't have Luke again, but I guess who is here right now?
I'm not here.
He's not here.
He's
not here at all. He's clearly not here. But he's over there. There's there, but he's not here.
I am there. I'm not here.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm in the fourth dimension, which is time.
You know, he's in the end zone right now. With
Planet
the Fantastic
Zero.
Four.
God, are you in Planet Zero?
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Getting attacked by Nickelodeon slime.
No, Doctor Doom, the trash bag Doom.
Hobo Doom.
Doctor, that's a strong word. I don't
His
think he
mouth-
deserves
Does he even
the
have a
title
doctor in that universe? He's more
No,
like...
he's a
Mr.
hacker.
Doom. Mr. Doom,
Yeah.
sir. Can you please
Mr.
take that
Doom.
trash bag off?
Was he Mr. Doom or Mr. Domashev?
They actually did
wanted
change
to go
it.
back
Why
on.
are we talking about
Yeah,
Marvel, guys?
No,
Wrong
they did change the name,
podcast.
actually.
Wrong
Yeah,
podcast.
wrong podcast. Oh, we had to fill in since Marvel Elite didn't have their episode up.
It comes up tomorrow.
Wait,
Spoilers.
Marvel Elite, what?
Marvel Light, Marvel Elite.
Marvel lights up tomorrow, as of when we're recording this.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Yeah, so pretty big news has happened. I mean, like we were talking about recording this week, you know, like prior to the whole episode, and we're like, wow, there's like nothing happening for DC stuff, and then all of a sudden, like everything happens like within a span of like a day or two. So
DC was like trying to hold it in. They just blew a little early.
yeah, they're like, oh, you guys are about to record? Okay, here you go. Like,
He was like, D23? What's D23? Oh.
yeah, so I guess I mean, the first topic we have to talk about is kind of something that like a lot of people had speculated about, and, like they kind of talked about it too, like internally and stuff. They're like, oh yeah, like maybe this will happen. They're trying to revive the character, but it's basically that Constantine is going to appear on an episode of Arrow this season, and he's gonna have like a connection to Legends of Tomorrow, I guess, and the fact that he resurrects Sarah Lance from, you know, the Lazarus Pit and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. I guess it's like a way to introduce him into the show. What do you guys think about it?
Awesome. Good.
I'm excited. My only I have two questions from this. One, does this mean that Constantine's in the Arrow universe? That's my first question.
Yes,
And then-
they clarified that.
Awesome. That's awesome. That's actually pretty cool how they did that. And then my other question is, they said it's like a one and done kind of thing, but I'm thinking here like, all right, what if they use this as like a secret backdoor pilot to like a successor of like a new Hellblazer series, you know? I mean, like that'd be pretty cool. Because CW, the president was like, yeah, I wish we took Supergirl, because I guess they said no to it and then went to CBS. And he's like, yeah, I wish we took it. So I'm thinking, what if they just took Constantine? That show. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, they already have Supernatural, so like they know how to do those kind of shows. Even though someone might say it's too much like Supernatural, but I mean, like at the same time, it's like it's Constantine though. Like I would love to see it. They could expand on the whole mythology of like, you know, the Lazarus pits and whatnot.
You don't have Supernatural without Hellblazer, honestly.
Yeah,
so a lot of stuff is inspired from.
Yeah, that Castiel dude is like a straight ripoff of Constantine. So
one thing I'm really excited about is since it makes that show canon and a part of this, that means Dr. Fate and the Spectre are in the CW universe.
My God, it all started with a man putting oil on his face.
they got to put Swamp Thing in there too, because there's a reference to Alec Holland in one of the episodes.
Not just the episode. I think last year at Comic-Con, at the little panel for Constantine, the NBC panel, or not panel, like their little booth, they had like a radio thing playing out, and it was Matt Ryan talking. He was like, "Hello, this is John Constantine. I'm looking for Alec Holland. He's at the swamp." Like he was like something like that.
That was a great Cockney accent, by the way.
Oi, thank you, bloody bullocks.
Who do you think would who's gonna get an appearance first? Swamp Thing in the DCTV universe / DC Cinematic universe, or Man Thing in the MCU? Since they've mentioned both of them now, I'm just curious who's gonna get first, because you know whoever's first is gonna be the one that everyone says the other one's a ripoff of.
Well, technically, didn't Swamp Thing already have 2 movies?
No, but I'm saying like in the now current
Man Thing had a movie
continuities.
too.
In the now,
Because you know most mainstream people are gonna be like whichever one they see first, then when the other company does it, they're gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a ripoff. Because that's how the mainstream moviegoer TV watcher
They're
does.
probably gonna get Swamp Thing in there, I would assume. I mean,
I think that'd be really cool.
JLD.
I mean, no offense to Man Thing, but I do prefer Swamp Thing to Man Thing. And they're very, very similar. It's kind of ridiculous. But I just like how they've, in recent years, have really put a larger emphasis on the green with Swamp Thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know they did the whole like white life entity stuff integration with it too. But I've just always enjoyed the bigger push DC's given him with the green. At least recently it's caught my attention more. Especially since like Blackest Night, Brightest Day, and all that stuff. So
yeah, didn't Jeff Lemire write something too, or?
Yes.
I don't know about
No.
he did.
Was it?
I don't think he did. I know Snyder did.
Was
and
it?
that was
I know
like a
Jeff
fan
Lemire did
favorite
Animal
run.
Man. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who did. Someone did Swamp Thing right when the New 52.
No, Snyder did New 52 Swamp Thing.
Yeah, because I remember it got really good reviews. Everyone's like, "Oh, you should read Swamp Thing," and I'm like,
And then
Swamp Thing.
Charles Soule took it over.
I mean-
so he had like both like good runs with that character.
I mean, guys, J War reviewed Swamp Thing, and we didn't review Swamp Thing. I mean, I take that as a personal blow, considering like J War is one person. We have like 23 people in Hyper Network.
Boy.
Yeah, but like going back to the characters they can introduce, like I'm sure that Dr. Fate, they're talking about him and Spectre obviously because that was like a hanging thread that they never addressed in the show. Because didn't he transform into Spectre, or was he
Yeah, they did.
something, or?
They teased it, like they had like the beginnings of it. It was like more of like a cliffhanger kind of thing.
It didn't show what happened, but his friend Zed, every time she saw him, she had a vision and would see the aura around his like dead body,
Yeah.
picturing what's to come. But it never actually showed him. It just really hinted it, and she ended up telling him that that's gonna happen. Not that he'd become the Spectre, but he's gonna die a horrible death, and something's gonna happen.
I mean, it's not that
Really
horrible
scared
when
him.
you think about it. I mean,
He looked pretty messed up.
die, come back, God's. Alright, pre-New 52, you're God's wrath. New 52, you're actually God's justice. So it's
Yes.
like, you either or. I mean, like, when God's your direct boss, I mean, you're doing something right. Kind of.
Yeah, or repenting for your sins, whatever.
I mean, that's
whatever
a pretty
it
good
is.
way to repent. I'd rather do that than go to hell.
True.
Yeah, but it is weird how like they're just gonna be like, yeah, Constantine's canon now. Like all of a sudden they're just like, yep, he's in the Arrowverse. Like,
I mean, that's
Like how-
that's pretty cool, and it's also, I think it's really bold at the same time.
He could totally be the bridge that brings all those together, though. Like
He-
you could have him going to the different shows.
He's the bridge. He's the Avatar, the bridge between two worlds.
he's gonna make a portal and like Supergirl's gonna fly through it or something. Like,
Totally.
I mean, it'd be really cool
I-
if they
I'm
said
sure,
he was from
like-
another universe too. I know.
Yeah.
I doubt they're gonna do that, but I mean, it'd be a cool thing if they were like, yeah, he's from another universe.
They'll totally connect him to Vixen. Now I think about it, with the magic stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
have
sure
they said
too that
how
they have
things
plans
working?
for Constantine. Because like, why would they just say like, yeah, we're just gonna bring him back for one episode and then like be done with him? Like, no, they're definitely want to
yeah.
bring him back for
Yeah.
sure.
When does Vixen take place, by the way?
Vixen? I don't know, honestly. There's not much known about it other than, of course, Cisco, Barry, and Oliver are going to be on it.
Is Barry in his new suit or old suit?
In the show, in the promo and trailer, he has the old suit.
Yeah,
But that could
okay.
just be the animation. Same with Oliver.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to figure out what it was. So
Yeah, so it's probably like 2.5 or something.
No, even the comics, when I'm reading them, like, when the hell did they take place?
yeah.
I don't know.
How about that? Or should we talk about the Flash now?
Segue.
Constantine, yeah, Constantine runs into the Flash, and then
Speeding
Jake
into
Garrick
that
is, like,
segue.
running next to him.
Speaking of alternate
neat-
universes,
Mm-hmm.
you know what's really funny?
Yeah.
I actually have a Flash poster in my room, and I'm staring at it right now. And he's in the same pose he was in that cover. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, they really screwed up. Like, the poster is obviously photoshopped because, I mean, it's not even like, it throws me off because in the running pose he's in, he has his like right hand like up and his right like leg up, and no one runs like that unless you're posing.
No, only he does.
Yeah,
'cause he has, like,
there's a
super
bunch of
speed.
pictures that they have of Grant Gustin running, and he's like that. I always thought that was weird too.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking to myself, like, yeah, no one ever runs like that. I mean, that'd be really interesting to watch someone actually running like that, because of just how, like, it doesn't really work that well, usually.
It would bug my OCD.
You'd have to, I mean, you would have to really force yourself to run like that. But no, Jay Garrett, I'm excited. I kind of was wondering, though, like, for the costume, was it so hard to fill in the lightning bolt, though? I mean, the costume looks so accurate to the comics besides lightning bolt. It's like they don't like filling in stuff with the yellow. Supergirl's the same exact way.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, we're supposed to fill it in with yellow? No yellows.
No, man, he has to earn it. He has to earn
it.
Earn those
stripes.
stripes.
To earn his yellow. His yellow.
I still can't believe they gave him the fruit bowl helmet, though. Like, I never would have imagined that they would actually put that on, like, someone in live action. Like,
I think that's better. I could see that more than him having a t-shirt and jeans and running. Like, that is what surprised me.
But like, we don't even know how he's gonna work into this season yet. Like, how is it, like, season 2's and then, like, have all kinds of stuff, like Wally West gonna be there, like Jay Garrick, like.
I'm still confused on Wally West. I mean, I tried thinking about it. I'm like, how are they gonna do well? I made that video. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, where I was like, yeah, there is no logical way they could introduce a Wally West that's not, like, under 10 years old. It'd have to be, like, I mean, I was saying, like, yeah, they're already doing time travel stuff. Just introduce Bart Allen. It'd be a lot easier than doing Wally, because Wally, you're pretty much you're breaking your back trying to find logic in it.
Here, I'll tell you what I told Nick and CJ whenever we talked about it. I'm pretty sure Wally's gonna have something to do with Zoom or Eobard. I think he's gonna be working with them. I think something
really?
with them. I honestly think that he's gonna have a connection
they're gonna adapt that recent story arc, right, where Wally was introduced. Like,
I hope not.
I mean, I feel like they're just gonna do some BS where it's like, yeah, Iris has had an older brother this whole time, guys.
She didn't know about it.
Cousin or
the dad didn't know about it.
Yeah,
Perry didn't know about
that's something, because they've
there.
never mentioned it ever before.
They're gonna be like, oh yeah, my cousin I never told you about, like, all these years. Like, yeah.
The dad's gonna be like, all of a sudden, like, yeah, I totally knew about this guy. And then you just, like, their cameras, like, focus on, like, Barry, but you see in the background, like, Joe's just like, what the fuck? Who is this kid? I want a paternity test.
I like the actor that they chose for Wally, though. He looks, like, really good. Like,
yeah, that's why I'm upset, because I'm like, I'm not supportive of them doing Wally now, just because there's no way to do it. I mean, like I said before, logically, there's no real explanation for Wally being the age he is in this show. Even, like, just in general, like, it doesn't even make sense, because we're like,
having a sidekick is weird. He's too young.
I mean, that, yeah, but you're also just like, wait, when did Iris have any siblings ever? This is the type of stuff that comes up.
He's only 1 year apart from Grant, too, in, like, a real life. So
in the flashbacks too, when it showed them as kids, it never. I think it showed Iris once, and it never showed, like, a brother or anything either.
You know,
it was always them. Whenever he would talk about them, grow up, it would just be them two. There was no brother.
Oh God, you know what they might do? If they do, like, New 52 inspired, I can totally see them doing some BS, where it's like Iris takes in this kid, or Joe takes in this kid, and the kid's gonna be Wally. He's not even gonna be a nephew anymore or anything like that. He's just gonna be like the new adoptive son of Joe West.
Yeah.
This 20-year-old, we're taking him in.
Yeah, they're gonna do that storyline. I told you they're gonna adapt that storyline. I'm
gonna be so mad if they do, like, because, like, everyone, when it first came out, I made that video where I was like, yeah, this makes no sense, and everyone was like, oh, Josh, you hate black people. And I'm like, guys, I'm half black. They're like, Josh hates white people. I'm like, no, I'm half black. They're like, Josh hates all people. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever you want to say.
I hate everyone equally.
Internet, do your thing. But I mean, the thing I said was like, all right, they painted the Mona Lisa when they did. Obviously, it was a white chick during the time. So would you repaint it now to be a black person or Asian person? Or first and foremost, where are the Asians at? When are they gonna start, changing characters to be Asian? Because they keep changing characters to be black and everything. But Asians a minority too. But I mean, and I'm not even talking about like just Chinese, Japanese Asian. I'm talking about like Indian Asian too. Like Cambodian Asian too. But anyways, that's a different conversation for a different time. But yeah, I didn't like how they did New 52 Wally because they basically made him like a punk.
He was a stereotype.
And it was a bigger problem because this was like during the whole Trayvon Martin thing too. When that was really big. So they had like a black kid in a hoodie, you know, getting in trouble and all this other stuff. And it's just like, they did not do it well. Like, it did not come off well. And then the worst part, after that one storyline he was in, and I wouldn't even call it a storyline, after like that 2-3 issues he was in, he wasn't seen again for months.
He still isn't. He still isn't back. He still isn't back.
He ran out into the Speed Force and he's gone now.
Like, that's what I mean. They mentioned him like in a comic. They were like, yeah, he figured out that, hey, if you actually do your schoolwork, you do better in school. I'm like, well, no, dip. But I mean,
he needed a white role model to tell him that.
They mentioned, oh god, they mentioned it like really offhand that he's still alive, and I'm just thinking like, yeah, he hasn't. I checked the last comic he appeared in. It was months ago. And I'm like, they made such a big deal about bringing him back. And he was going to be Impulse, too. I remember I tweeted Brett Booth about it. I was like, hey, so he's in, like, a silver and red costume. Kind of like white and red. White or orange-ish. I was like, hey, so since Bart was Kid Flash immediately, due to the costume, I was like, hey, is Wally going to be Impulse? He was like, shh, no spoilers. And then they dropped that, too. They never gave him his name. They showed future Wally West with flash powers, which was the biggest cop-out ever, how they gave him flash powers. My God.
He looked cool, not gonna lie. He did look cool.
Yeah, so Jay Garrick, though. Jay Garrick. Jay Garrick looks really cool on The Flash, and I can't wait to see them, like, running in, like, a race.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to explain his powers. Are they going to do Speed Force for him? Because he doesn't have Speed Force, really.
In his origin, are they going to do the whole water evaporating while he fell asleep origin? I woke up.
He's gonna be Earth 2 Flash or something.
I woke up in a sauna and I could run. Oh. So, like, you mean like if they were to bring up the Greek or Roman god?
Because don't they have
Mercury?
They're doing the Earth
Mercury.
2 Hawk Girl, they're doing Earth 2 Hawk Girl. So, like, do the Earth 2 Jay Garrick, like, from the New 52 run.
That'd be cool, but I don't know. We'll see.
By the way, Wally's going to be in his silver red New 52 costume, not yellow red.
Yeah, that would be good.
I mean, I'm basing that just because all the tweets the CW and DC Comics have put out has been the silver and red one.
Yeah.
So I'm just basing it off that.
Plus, the show is the whole basis on why they changed everything anyways.
Yeah.
Jake?
Yeah, but what do you guys want to see, like, in Season 2 of Flash, though? Because we were talking about it last week, and we're like, yeah, like, how are they going to even top anything that they did in Season 1, like?
That's not that hard.
I want what we said last week. I want all these speedsters to just run like an Olympic marathon next to each other.
They have a budget.
They have a budget. Extend the budget. I don't care. You're making money.
Oh yeah, they confirmed another Arrow Flash two-parter episode, but
yeah,
it's going to be an annual.
They're doing annual crossovers, right?
Yep.
Every year they're doing.
That'd be pretty cool. Arrow needs the ratings, that's for sure. Lols. Anyways, a little jab at Arrow because Flash got higher ratings, but no. So yeah, Jay Garrett, I'm really excited for. I hope they make him like this, like, super wise, like, speedster dude, because I gotta explain, like, why was Eobard like, oh, I gotta go, you know, like, he obviously knew about Jay Garrett, but I was wondering, like, why that, it would, you know, it'd be really cool if Jay's, like, actually, like, bad, you know, like, hear me out here. Have you guys read the Smallville Season 11 comic?
Not all of it.
Nope.
Alright, I'll catch you guys up. So they introduced Jay Garrett. They introduced him in, like, Season 10, kind of. But he actually plays, like, a somewhat prominent role. He ends up mentoring the Justice League, or the Teen Titans, in Smallville universe. But when he's introduced, the Black Racer comes for Bart Allen. because obviously Bart's connected to the Speed Force, and Bart's been more active as the Flash and everything like that. So Black Racer he's a little hungry, and basically he goes after Bart, and Clark steps in to help Bart solve this problem, and they go to the first man to ever break the sound barrier, Jay Garrick. And Jay Garrick's a huge dick, basically, and he doesn't really do much to help them out, and Bart ends up dying, sacrificing himself. But I'm like, what if they do a twist on that kind of thing, where it's like Jay is traveling through the multiverse to... he's basically doing that. He's running from, like, the Black Racer.
Mm-hmm. And then he runs behind, runs in front of Barry or something, so he has to run from the Black Racer. He's like, I'll switch. Yeah,
like, what if he's, like, transversing multiverses to get the Black Racer on someone else? Because they could do something where it's like, he was, like, the first, And that's why the Black Racer is on to him. But there's other Flashes, so he was trying to find other Flashes to lure the Black Racer away. That could be a reason why Eobard was afraid of him. Because, I wouldn't want the Black Racer on me. Negative Speed Force, positive Speed Force, any Speed Force. I'm just trying to think of how they're going to do Jay Garrick. Because I feel like... I don't want them to do just, like, traditional. I do, but at the same time, it's like...
With a twist.
It doesn't mean as much when the legacy is not there. Kind of. It's cool and all, but it's a lot cooler when you have, like, the older mentor Flash. And he's not that.
Maybe we'll have him connected to Zoom. And Zoom...
Everyone wanted him to be John Wesley Shipp.
Yes.
I wanted him to be John Wesley. So I was like, damn. Just damn.
But no, what if they adapt that recent story, though, where, like, Barry is evil, like the blue one? Because, like, didn't the trailer, like, have, like, a blue... Like speedster in it? Like,
yeah, that's supposed to be Zoom.
Yeah, that's
supposedly.
That's what I was saying. Though. I think Zoom could be the rival.
Well, everyone's thinking that'd be really cool. Actually, everyone's thinking that Zoom's going to be a combination of Cobalt Blue and Zoom, basically.
Zalman.
Like
it's
everyone's
supposed to be like Eddie from a different universe or something, or
no, everyone's thinking that when Eddie went into like that singularity, that black hole, so to speak, caused by like time travel mumbo jumbo, it's basically gonna be the version of like when Hunter Zolomon was on the cosmic treadmill and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be like the time machine mumbo jumbo thing that basically blows up whatever accident happens, and gives said character the ability to manipulate time. So that's what everyone's thinking is going to be. Even though when you freeze frame the picture, it looks like just the Flash running, but with the blue aura.
Which probably is all they did for the promo.
Interesting. You're probably right. That's the sad part. You're probably right.
It's probably all they did.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is the evil Barry then. Like, yeah,
totally.
So they're adapting
evil Barry
that story
confirmed.
arc.
He's gonna come and kill Grodd, and
God.
then come and kill himself. And while he's gonna save the day,
he kills Grodd. Then he like breaks Reverse Flash's legs. Then kills Reverse Flash. No, he doesn't kill Reverse Flash because then Wally steps in or something. I can't remember. Fucking.
Nah, he was going after Barry. He was going after himself.
No, he was, but then he stopped first before then.
Yeah, because I think he was trying to stop that car
Flash.
wreck.
Yeah, he stopped the car wreck by like attacking and killing Reverse Flash or something. I don't remember. It was confusing.
Yeah, how are they gonna introduce like Atom Smasher too? Like, are they building the JSA here?
Hey,
like,
stop asking so many questions. They don't have the answers.
There's like so many things happening.
Theorize.
I just want to talk about the new Batman comic, honestly.
Well, you guys are done.
Actually, no. Before we go on to that, I want to tell you my theory on what I think Eddie's gonna be.
Do it.
There's two things I think he's either going to be. They're going to mix him with the Daniel West story from the New 52 and Cobalt Blue, or the really outwardly theory that I thought of. I think he could be like Booster. Not gonna lie.
Booster Gold.
Except differently.
Did you just say
yes,
that?
I did. Yes, I did. Here's why.
What?
Whenever
confirmed.
Eobard was talking about him, he was like, "No one remembers you." Because you're a loser in my time. You're nothing. And what's the one thing Booster's always known for? No one likes him. He thinks he's a loser.
Yeah, but
But no one
knows
really
who
knows
he
what he's
is.
doing because he's
And
time traveling.
But he's
and
the
doing
Green
everything.
Lantern, though.
Hmm?
Right?
Dude.
He's Green Lantern.
Dude.
No, I don't know. I think he could be a version of Booster, or just something that has to do with the Time Masters.
Right. I don't know.
Just throwing it out there.
I mean, they could do anything they want, honestly, because like when he went into that singularity, or whatever, like they can just like come up with anything they
come
want.
back
Just
in
be
3
like, oh yeah,
seasons.
that's just that's the explanation for it. Like, so.
But also, like I brought up last week, Emergency Awesome was talking about how Eddie, the guy who plays him, Rick Cosnett, he's gonna be starring on another show, so he might not even. He won't, even if he were to come back for this season, he would not be a regular at all. So he couldn't be like Zoom. Well, no, then he could be. I don't know.
No, I don't want him to come back. Kill him. He's dead. He's dead. Let him die a hero.
He's not Uncle Ben. Damn it.
Let him die a hero. He should. Granted, if he was a smart hero, he would have just shot his balls off or gone, castrated. But that's another story.
Why didn't he just like shoot Zoom though?
But could he live with it?
Yeah, I would. I mean, there's things you can do to
Would that be the first thing you thought of, Josh?
Yeah, I would be like, I would have been like, my child, like my descendant ends up becoming like this evil multiversal supervillain. Well, it looks like I'm not having kids anymore.
So castration's your first option.
No, why didn't he just shoot Zoom though? Because like, remember, like if he shot himself, then that means that Zoom wasn't paying attention to like what he was doing. So like, he could have easily just shot Zoom.
Because that would have been too much like Flashpoint. We can't have that.
See, but then anytime Barry gets shot at all, I'm just like, how? He's super fast and should be able to see that. How?
No, I loved how the most popular story before the Flash show started was like Flashpoint. Like in recent memory for a lot of people. Like even people that didn't even read comics knew what like Flashpoint was.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it was like some Flash event. And everyone's like, oh, Reverse Flash. We're at Flashpoint. Flashpoint. I'm like, guys, there's more things than Flashpoint. They're like, no, Flashpoint. I'm like, no, 4chan's like Flashpoint. I'm like, shut up, 4chan. It's not Flashpoint.
No. And like even though I like Barry, I like that he's in the spotlight again. But how come everyone's like just drops Wally like he was like nothing?
It's because
even though that's what we all grew up with.
It's
and
because
we all
Wally
know.
has all the feats and everything, but no
He
one
has
likes
everything we know for our generation. Like,
I know.
Yeah, just wait till they reintroduce him again, I guess.
No, they already did it.
Reintroduce.
I don't want him to come back again.
Wait till the
went
next
into the
crisis.
Speed Force,
Nick.
though.
Wait till the next crisis.
We don't know where he is.
Watch like Convergence. Wally's gonna come out of nowhere. Hey guys,
I'm alive.
remember
Oh,
me?
yeah, they said Superboy Prime is gonna come back soon too.
Oh,
so-
God.
Crisis immense.
I mean, I wasn't really. No one asked for that.
He's gonna punch the glass.
No, he's actually coming back. I don't know when, but like,
Watch Need for these two Superman's gonna become Superboy Prime.
Hope not.
He's just gonna get all of his powers back and then some.
And then some. Punches reality.
so-
Tim Drake and Wally
No.
come out happy.
no, but we should probably move on to the next topic though, which is like more casting, I guess, with like the whole comic DCTV stuff. Livewire was cast for Supergirl, which is a character that I never thought that they would do, like on Supergirl. Like, definitely, I never thought. I was like, wow, Livewire, okay, but yeah, I guess. What do you guys think of like Livewire being on Supergirl? Like, what?
I mean, the only thing I have to say on this is, nice throwback. Livewire appeared in a Superman comic, I believe. That was her first appearance. No, it was a Superman animated TV show.
Yeah, that's where she was created.
So, I guess kind of nice throwback-ish, but at the same time, I'm just like, did we need her? Is she going to be
I
one
wish
of
she
those
was in the
characters?
CW verse.
Yeah, she
instead.
was. She was in Smallville.
The thing that upsets me is, like, it seems like a lot of these... I don't know if this is the same for Livewire, because I didn't read too much into this, press announcement when they announced it. But I'm like, a lot of the heroes, it seems, are just like, oh, Supergirl's around. Let's go to Supergirl and attack Supergirl because we don't want to attack her cousin, so we'll just attack her instead.
Which brings out another question. Is she going to already exist, or are we going to see her origin?
I mean, that's all I'm gonna say on it. I'm not following the Supergirl show too much, just because like it doesn't really interest me personally. Just like the style of it, and things like that. I mean, I'm gonna watch the new Muppets TV show. Definitely.
Yeah, the new Muppets is
that looks great.
Like,
it's like The Office with Muppets. How much more can you ask for? But
yeah,
that was kind of off topic.
Muppets hype. Muppets plug-in. Be sure to check out the Muppets.
I mean, I'm gonna watch the hell out of it.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
It is a thing. You should be happy it's a thing.
You should be happy. But the only thing I'm concerned about, I hope they don't just grab all of Superman's. I mean, of course they're going to, but I don't want it to just be a Superman show, like another Smallville, but just put Kara in his shoes, and have all of his villains be her first villains, and like, not like, it's hard to say. I don't want all of his villains to be her villains instead. I want her to have her own villains. I want them to bring some stuff that's exclusive to Supergirl, not just Superman people.
Well, like I said, I think on episode 5, which is another plug-in, go watch that. But yeah, episode 5, I talked about like what they could do with Supergirl, because like she's actually had a really good run in the New 52, and if they, like I said, like do the Red Daughter of Krypton thing where she gets the Red Lantern ring, but they'll never do that.
Guys, you should see. No, I'll tell you guys this later. Go on.
But yeah, they'll probably never do the whole Red Lanterns thing, but that would be like amazing if they did.
Season 5.
That'd be really cool. I don't think they'd want to go that deep in the mythology though, because they have to make John Diggle Green Lantern.
Good.
I mean, they're already giving him a costume, or a semi-costume.
His name is John Diggle Stewart.
He's the Black Driver. That's his actual superhero name, guys, by the way, if you don't believe me. Those listening.
Yeah, it is.
We'll see, but that is
he tweeted out. He's like, "I'm Black Driver."
Since they brought him into the comics, that's why they said he won't ever be a Lantern, because he's gonna get a ring, but just not a Lantern ring, and he got married. But it's because he's introduced in the comics that he can't be John Stewart, and that was their argument for that, which I thought was.
I just retcon it and be like, "Yeah, it's an alternate universe." Well, it is an alternate universe, isn't it?
They said Ultimate Universe at first. I'm like, no, Nick,
it's the Ultimate Universe.
Oh wait, no, they brought him into the mainstream DCU too. Never mind.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So since they brought him into the comics, they can't do that. That was their argument.
Yeah, that sucks. They shouldn't have brought him in the comics, and he could have been John Diggle Stewart in the show.
It totally would. I would have liked that. I would have so liked that.
And it sucks too that they said that they're not going to do like Hal Jordan on the show either, because the movie, like,
But then why do you keep referencing him?
Because they like teasing.
No, because it was Kyle Rayner instead.
Missing the drone pilot.
They're the biggest teases of all teases.
Ferris Aircraft.
Yeah. Yeah, they go to Ferris Air like almost every other episode. They're like, "Yep, he's never gonna be here though. Sorry."
There's like nobody worked there, because there's like no one ever there ever, except for that last episode. Like where is Mr. Ferris? Where is Carol? Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I guess. I guess we kind of spoke on Livewire. I guess we're basically like kind of good with it, but we just don't know how it's gonna work, I guess, on the show. But yeah, the last topic we have, we want to get into Batman 43, which came out today, and I gave my review on the channel. You can go watch that. Another plug in there. But yeah, what did you guys think about Batman 43?
I liked it a lot. First and foremost, did anyone else think about Batman Beyond when they were like, "This is like the Batman machine maker thingy"? I was like, "Oh my god!"
Like Deus Ex Machina. We need a Batman machine.
The Cadmus before Cadmus.
Somebody was like, "What if something happens where Bruce, like, because it's incomplete, right? So if they do something where it's like, it's incomplete to make like a clone, but on a living person they can override their brain, and basically like Batman like does it, like Bruce does it, but at the end of the storyline, and he gets all of his stuff back again and becomes like Batman again, and he helps, like, he as Batman and Gordon as Batman take on Mr. Bloom.
That'd be cool.
I'm pretty sure that the machine is completed though in that one like short story that he did called 27, which was in the Detective Comics 27. like special edition, there was like a Futures End type of thing where like
Oh yeah,
there
someone
were
mentioned
other
that. Someone was like,
yeah.
unfortunately,
it's
someone was
canon
like,
now.
so
He
is
does
Futures
complete it.
End the future now? That's not a good
Yeah, so
future
it's
to
like
go to.
confirmed canon. Like yeah.
I think it got spun off into its own parallel timeline thing. I don't think it is the future anymore, but it was for a time. I guess in that future, he does finish it, and maybe because I mean, did we ever get Terry's origin in the New 52? Like,
Yeah,
did we actually get an origin?
Wait,
I didn't
did
read
we?
Futures End, so
they gave an origin.
Wait,
they gave an origin.
Wait,
and was he like a clone of Bruce?
Nope.
Like, no, he wasn't. He's just Terry McGinnis.
Yeah.
So, huh?
no, that short story though, that wasn't part of Futures End continuity. It was just like a futuristic one-shot story.
Okay.
But he wrote it though. He like wrote that it was part of a compilation of books, and like he wrote it.
I'm so confused. Hyper Crisis, I need you.
Yeah, and I
Empty
think Duke
Hand,
Thomas
save
was
me.
like Robin or something too.
You thought what?
Empty Hand. You know what the Empty Hand is, right?
The Empty Hand.
Yeah.
Enlighten me.
Ultra Comics, Multiversity.
Uh
He killed the Marvel Universe.
huh. Okay.
Stop reading this comic right now.
Why?
It's a trick to make you read the comic. Don't listen to him.
No, but Batman 43 though, it had Mr. Bloom finally. We got the Slender Man with the plant thing.
Yeah, he's Slender Man with like a flower fetish, which is more terrifying than.
Do we want to say the spoilers that happened at the end of the issue? Because I didn't say it in my review, but I guess we could talk
can
about
let
it here.
people know.
I
Like,
mean,
hey, yo.
someone dies.
Oh,
Yeah,
we think
and
he might die.
That was an edgy moment too when he died.
I mean, my thing is like I'm totally cool with it because the only way to make room for new blood is to burn down the old blood. That makes no sense. But
Yeah, what he was
Yeah,
what he was saying though, I actually really did like what he was saying though. Like it made sense.
what?
I felt like like that stuff was cool, but like my thoughts overall on the issue though is like there was so much like exposition and dialogue. Like it was just like there were pages where it was just like filled with blocks of text where it just kind of
How about that
From the
Superman,
very
though?
beginning.
Superman was just kind of chilling the whole time.
he's like Bruce is happy now. That can't be right. We need him back.
Bruce can't be happy, guys.
He just doesn't
Like,
believe it.
just let him live his life, man.
Yo, I feel like girls totally taking advantage of him though. One, I feel like the girl's evil secretly, and then
She's drugging
two-
him so he doesn't remember.
no, I feel like this girl's evil because she comes out of the blue. It's a random character you never knew about before.
No, she was in the comics actually, like pre-52.
Julia.
Yeah, but
Like Julie
Alfred's
Madison.
like some old girl from like wait. Whoa, hold up. Batman doesn't have girlfriends. His girlfriend is Gotham City. So
No, she was in Zero Year too.
Yeah. That's
She
when,
was
because
his
that's when
girlfriend.
Alfred had his little dream sequence. He was like, "What if Bruce did this?" And it showed him happy with a family and all that.
Yeah.
guys, okay, next theory is my final theory. Wait, first, was that Duke Thomas, the guy stealing the seed?
Yeah, he's gonna play a big role in this.
We
like, story
are
arc,
Robin.
apparently.
Read it.
I like him as Robin. I like the future end thing with him as Robin. But I want to kill him in We Are Robin. I want to kill all of those We Are Robins because there's only one Robin, and he's not even Robin anymore.
No, we are Robin.
We are Robin. You don't get it.
This isn't like Groot.
don't
You
get
can't
it,
be
Josh.
like We Are Groot. No, it's I Am Groot, and the I is Tim Drake.
See, but Groot said we
Tim
are
Drake
Groot.
is
No,
Robin.
Tim Drake, worst Robin, confirmed.
What? No, Damian Wayne's the worst Robin. You know that moment? I had a moment the
No,
other day
Duke is better than
where I
Tim.
was like, my little sister has the personality of Damian Wayne. That's not right.
You see, I just jump on Damon real quick. People, I don't know if this is your opinion, but this is how I see it. Whenever I hear people say they don't like Robin or they don't like Damien because of the way he acts, I get like irritated because I'm just like, wait, you don't like Damien because he acts like his dad, but you like Batman because he's acting like Batman. I mean,
don't
he's
like-
supposed to be his son.
I don't like
it's supposed to make
Damien.
sense like that.
because basically I feel like a lot of it's because Grant Morrison introduced the character, but they basically like shoehorned Tim out, who had been Robin for like decades at this point, like for like 20-something years at this point. Like
yeah, Damian shouldn't have been in the New 52 at all.
Yeah, it totally screwed up the timeline.
Like he's only been Batman for 5 years.
No, they confirmed
like
it.
10.
They confirmed it in this issue. He said 15. 15. He's Batman for 15 years. Yeah.
No, it was Batman and training for 15 years.
Oh.
So
no,
total.
Yeah.
No, but at the beginning though, like in Batman, like the first issue, remember he said he's
only
been
for
5
years.
years.
That's why there's a big joke
kid.
that being Robin's like a 1-year internship.
Basically.
Somehow in that 1 year you learn so much.
And then they grew up so fast.
I mean, I guess 1 year would be a long time if you're doing that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, but then you gotta deal with the whole how they remember how they did with Jason and Dick. I don't think Dick. How they made them train for 6 months before he lets them go out into the field. So then they're only Robin for half a year, then disappear.
Yeah, I guess my final question for this episode for you guys is, are you like going along with the whole Jim Gordon Batman like so far? Are you interested in where the story is going?
Yes.
I'm interested in to see how they're gonna bring Bruce back, because it's gonna eventually happen. But I am enjoying the Jim Gordon stuff.
Even though he looks like he's about 30 years old and he like shaved his mustache and he has like a mohawk now. It's like, what?
Yeah, one thing I wish they would integrate is the fact that this dude was a chain smoker for a long time.
Yeah, didn't he have a cigarette in the issue?
He did. Whenever he was in costume.
No, it was an e-cig or something.
Yeah, he had like a stick in his mouth.
But that does something to your health. You can't be in like tip-top shape and chain smoke.
Unless you're Punisher.
I mean that.
I like the costume though under the suit.
Yeah,
it's like
I actually really like that outfit. You know what I wish they did though, Nick? I don't know if you agree with me. I wish they gave him basically like the Batwing suit. I mean, I don't understand.
Where is Batwing now?
Africa.
Well, like here's my thing. Like, all right, so they have the Batwing suit. They have the new Batwing suit that Luke Fox had.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't Gordon get that?
Because they gotta use Batwing for Batman Eternal.
Well, I think I was watching Blood Sweat Comics, and Joel was talking about how
I co-founded that. Huh.
Yeah, I heard them talking about that. I think I listened to a few.
They talked about that.
Yep.
In this
episode?
Like
the original people were just off topic. He was like, I remember. Joel was like, I remember where it started. It was just me, Armin, and Hybrid. And I was like,
I have to listen to it now.
I think it was on the 100 episode that they did. They were talking about it.
I was like, anyway, I'm still alive.
But anyways, because they mention you all the time. They'll talk about Spider-Man. They'll talk about Spider-Man Blue, and I'll say you. But anyways, Joe was talking about Batwing, and he said that I think there's another comic. I don't know where he pops up at. It might be Academy. I don't think so. I don't know. But I think he comes back. He's not Batwing anymore. The guy who is Lucius's son.
Luke,
yeah, he owns a company. He's like more like a businessman. He's like in a businessman type role now. He's not Batwing anymore, so I don't know. Why he doesn't get the Batwing suit.
The cool thing about Batwing was that it was pretty much Batman Beyond, but blue instead of red. I mean, he was basically Batman Beyond. He had Bruce in his ear, like mentoring him and stuff. I mean,
and it wasn't like a simple stop crimes in the city. It was like stop governmental problems.
Yeah, he was like a covert. Yeah, he went undercover a lot and everything. Yeah. I always thought it was really cool.
Yeah, I have the first 2 issues
Reminisce.
like owned, and they're really, really good. I want to read more. Just haven't. Too many comics.
Yeah, so I guess that was kind of like the show this week. I mean, Batman 43, we were pretty positive. I like I said, I thought it was okay. I thought there was a little bit too much exposition in the book, maybe too many blocks of text for my taste, but yeah, you guys liked it. You guys like Mr. Bloom, Slenderman Bloom. But yeah, I guess we'll be back next week hopefully with some viewer questions too. Be sure to like submit those over email or tweet at us or in the comments.
By the way, we did
Just make
have
sure to
one.
use the hashtag Superfriends Podcast.
I don't recommend emailing it because I'm already behind on emails. So
Don't email it then. 'Cause there's like 5 million emails in the inbox. You know.
there is a lot of emails actually on the inbox.
There actually was one last week.
An email?
Yeah, there was.
No, it was in a comment. It was in a comment.
Oh,
And
I
I
was
told
like,
you
wait,
guys.
someone actually emailed? What?
No, somebody commented.
So how do you get in the email? How do you know?
Oh, because I'm Superman. Not Batman, I'm Superman. But no, I wanted to bring that up because the person asked. Load. SF
We're
hashtag
gonna shoot
SF
through this question
podcast.
really quick.
Viewer,
too.
yeah, real quick. Viewer question: would you let fans come on and talk on the show with you guys?
No. Okay. That's it, guys. Bye. That's the show. Yeah. Be sure to submit.
Dang.
Be sure to.
Well, there's your answer. Not in it.
Submit your other relevant questions in the comments below, or tweet at us using the hashtag Superfriends Podcast, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.